How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews, back to the end of the review. And, Joe, Amanda, NEPA Beer Reviews.
How's it going?
This is pretty, this is going to be a fun day. We're going to be doing quite a few reviews.
Yep.
Joe's been MIA for a while because he is...
in Canada for brewing school.
Filthy Canadians.
Yes.
Yeah, how's that going?
Not too bad.
Yeah.
I haven't started saying A yet, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, how's that working out for you?
It's alright.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah. And then we have our friend Brad, who's off camera because he's too much of a vagina to sit and do
No,
stuff.
Matt doesn't have enough chairs.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, there's a broken one.
There's more than enough chairs. But you're talking about me and Joe. I don't know if the room's big enough to get four people into the frame, being that I'm gigantic and
He could sit in the back like a school photo, like where you have the people sitting in front. And
I'd rather put him up and he'd be like our elf on the shelf, but he's just like Brad on the shelf.
Pretty big elf.
Yeah. But anyway, we're going to be doing a few reviews today, and apropos, might as well do a Canadian beer because from Canada, nonetheless. And that's Unibroue Maudite. You've had this before, yeah?
Yeah.
Multiple times, or just like what's yours?
A couple times.
How about you?
I've had
Same
it before too.
Yeah, it's my first good beer I've ever had, so it's kind of awesome to try it. But there's a caveat in that it's aged. What's the story about that?
One of the girls that's in my class for the brewmaster program was doing this like beer advent calendar for Christmas. So I gave her a Weyerbacher Insanity for it, and she's like, "Well, I have a Maudite that's about, I think, 2 or 3 years old at this point." She's like, "It's yours for the Insanity."
That's pretty awesome. So there you go. Nothing's better than aged beer if it's ageable beer, and this sucker is definitely ageable. I mean, as far as what it says on the label, Unibroue Maudite, nice foily tops. What is Maudite again? Is it the devil or is it? I forget what it means. Hell?
I don't know.
Anyway, I should know because I've talked about it enough, but I forget stuff.
Is it
Anyway,
on the back?
it probably says in the back, but it's in. Oh no, there's English side to it.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be in that weird. What do they call it?
French.
Yeah.
That's it. Everything. Just about everything in Canada is half in French, half in English.
Maudite, 8% alcohol. Other than that, on the side here it says La Maudite, re-fermented on yeast base in the bottle, goes down uncommonly smooth. One taste of this excellent beer will instill in you the highest respect and appreciation for warm mellowing effect. That's it. There is no
Cursed.
Yeah, cursed.
Cursed.
The damned. I think that's what.
The damned.
Yeah, there you go. See, from
That's why we keep Brad around.
from the peanut gallery. And that's pretty much it. Labeling wise, Unibroue stuff. Their labels are always pretty badass. They're like illustration and all that stuff. I've always been a big fan.
My favorite is the Trois Pistoles.
That's my favorite beer they make. Well, besides maybe like some of their like anniversary stuff, like their base core line, the Triple Pistols or Trois Pistoles or whatever the hell you want to call it. Yeah.
Oh wow.
That doesn't happen every day. So
It's
there you go.
because it's cursed.
See, now we know why it's cursed. How does that happen? I've been using this bottle opener. I don't know. Anyway.
Now you got a nice Budweiser one.
Yeah. This is the Killian's Irish Red one. So I mean, just kind of just staying level on that one, I guess you'd say. It's the foil. The foil did it. Hey, buddy. I wanted to come out. When was the last time you had it?
A while ago, I think.
At least a couple years.
It looks like super like effervescent. Like a lot of carbonation. It could be the glasses, how they're washed though. Because yours are sticking to the side. You know what I mean? Mine's not.
Yeah.
And I forgot Brad. So let's pour a little bit in there for Brad. Wow, it's got super. You can smell it, yeasty. That's Belgian yeastiness. You get what we give you, and you like it, Brad. Relax. Okay, awesome. Unibroue Maudite. It had kind of a head on it, but when you poured it and moved it around, it looks almost like apple cider.
It does.
You know,
I got some little yeasty kind of chunks in here.
Bottle conditioned funkiness.
Yeah,
but it does. But beyond that, like bottle conditioned pieces, it is like has a density to it, like that cloudiness that looks the part.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's like almost like it smells like almost like tardy grape leafy or something.
Yeah,
like
I'm
that.
getting like a lot of apple.
Me too.
Yeah, like there's a tartness there, like a green apple skin kind of deal. Belgian yeastiness is there, almost like a pruny, raisiny kind of thing going on for me. But yeah, like a yellow raisin, not like a purple or dark raisin. Yeah, it smells aged, but it also smells like it's aged a little too long. If that makes any sense.
It does.
Yeah,
Like
I can taste this, and it can be a little bit sideways. I think.
Like I just did the Evil Twin Little B.
Yeah.
The other day, I'm not sure. Like I was kind of on the fence as to whether or not 2 years was like just right, or if it was too much, or it was like too little. You know, it was like on a fine line of I don't know where this is gonna go.
And it should have been. How high is that in ABV though?
Little B.
Yeah.
11.5.
Yeah, I mean, you think that should keep for a while, but it also has to do with you don't know where it was before you bought it and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, it smells like it is considered a Belgian Strong Dark. It smells like one, but it smells like a little bit of tartness to it, almost like it's like not souring, but kind of.
There's a little funky something.
Yeah. Let's find out.
Going on.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Not at all. It's kind of flat though. Not in. And this is what I've experienced with Unibroue beers before. And you would be able to answer this question better than I would because you know the whole chemistry behind it. It seems like they're super inconsistent in their yeast profile. Would that affect how? Would that be why this kind of smells the way it is and kind of acts the way it is?
It has to do with how their bottle conditioning. I actually heard the brewmaster for Unibroue speak at this conference we went to. It was pretty interesting. I kind of forget the details. He was at like the last bit of he was on like the last panel of like a longer day, and not gonna lie, it was kind of a little
over it already.
A little dry. Like the beginning stuff was like a little dry.
Yeah.
Just in delivery, but it might have something to do with how their bottle conditioning.
Because I've noticed, like, a lot of times, I always kind of attribute it to just saying, I think it's just something a little bit weird with their yeast or whatever, but like, I'll go, like, 3 years in a row, I'll love a specific beer, and then in a couple of years, I'll be like, I don't like it so much.
Yeah.
And then it's very back and forth, and I always just attribute it to just, I don't know, them switching yeast or something like that, because it tasted like that to me.
It could be, like, if they're repitching their yeast, it could be like toward the end of a generation, or like they're starting it new again. Like a lot of times I've heard, like, you know, a couple generations in, it really gets into its stride.
I gotcha.
And then
so it's either too young or it's past its prime, and you have that wheelhouse in the middle.
Yeah, it's like getting to the edge of where they would stop repitching and like
that could be
do something new.
But it's not a bad beer.
No, it's not.
By any means, but it just seems like it's like, I don't know if it's the age or if it's that just a little bit of sideways that Unibroue tends to go.
Yeah.
But it seems like it lasts.
I also didn't realize that it was a twist off, so could have. Just how, like, how kind of under, and that, like, flat seeming it is, could be leaking from the bottle.
Oh, they're all twisties. I didn't know they're all twisties.
Look at that.
Yeah, I just pulled a fucking Maudite bottle out of nowhere.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I didn't know they were twisties. I thought they were just pop caps, but I mean that was a relatively new one. If this is an old one, that means it's been around like that for a while. So there you go. I mean, in the shape it is, again, it's like a
What do you think?
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm a little out of practice. I haven't done a video review in a while. Yeah. I got some flavors initially in the sip, like some of the fruit flavors, and it just kind of dies immediately after.
Yeah.
Like when I take a sip, I taste like some grape, maybe a little apple, and then nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I mean. It's like thin. It tastes like a really old beer that's kind of gone past its prime and thinned down.
Yeah. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
this is gonna be. Oh,
Nothing.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's not too bad.
No.
But I mean, what would you rate it? In the condition it is, just in
Condition
general.
that it is right now, I'd probably give it like a B minus.
Yeah. Yeah. How about you?
So maybe a C.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably right there with you guys. I'd give it like an 82. I think it's not a bad beer, but it's just kind of like I know what it tastes like and I know what it has. So
You know what it could be, and
it just kind of falls flat. Like you kind of summed it up perfectly in that when you taste it, when you smell it, it has, even though it has that little bit of kind of like, okay, there's a little bit of kind of sour going on there, but you think there's going to be more to it. And when you taste it, it's like initially like, okay, here it comes, nothing.
Yeah.
So it's like dies very quick, and then there's really no kind of aftertaste, nothing in the middle, nothing at the end. It's all in the beginning, and it's kind of thin, so it's like, you just wish there was a little bit more there.
Yeah.
You know? So, there you go. First review in the books for today. Decent scores. I mean, Maudite in general, it kind of sounds like we're poo-pooing all over it. I'm a big fan of the beer, one, because it's one of the first good ones I ever had. But
I really like Unibroue.
I remember liking it.
Yeah.
I had it.
And it's one of those things where they don't bottle date their codes. So she said it was like a couple years old, but you don't know how long it sat before she picked it up.
Yeah, really.
So, I mean...
I'd like to see how the cork and cage
Maudite
ages. I have a cork and cage Maudite. I'd like to see... I've had that for at least probably 2 years, I'd say.
Fun side by side.
I'd like to see how that ages compared to the Crown.
Yeah. Yeah, you think it would make, especially with being twisties, you don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Is there that big of a difference between twisties and actual pop caps? I know people assume that twisties are a little bit less viable for aging, but is it really
probably
that
over time? I don't know.
Yeah.
Without getting 2 beers, putting one in a twist off,
Yeah.
and putting another in a pry.
Yeah, there's no
And
real way
aging
to
them.
know. Yeah.
Like that would probably be the best way to.
Which is
for
pretty
me
much
to figure it out.
Which is kind of be what the cork and cage versus a twisty.
Yeah,
would be, you know.
yeah.
So there you go. And then, I mean, if value and availability, because I do that whole thing. I mean, Maudite is typically you're looking at what, $10, $11 for a 4-pack.
I haven't bought a 4-pack of it for a while, but I think it's like maybe like $8, $9 for a cork and cage.
Yeah,
so bigger bottle.
Yeah, it's usually not that bad of a value, and usually you can find it anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the beers that I've been able to get for the longest time, so that's kind of one of the cool things. So yeah, I mean, this is, again, the review being aged and all that stuff. It's kind of like not indicative of what it's like relatively fresh, but yeah, not the best aged iteration of it. So there you go.
Yeah.
Another review in the books. Awesome. If you guys love the review, hate the review, whatever, please leave a comment in the comment section below. If you'd like to check us out on the internet anywhere, you can find these two at...
Well, not so much on YouTube anymore, but I could now do like an official plug for our new site that just went up a little while ago. NEPA Beer Reviews.squarespace.com. We're shifting more toward written reviews now and article things and homebrew stuff. So our main focus is going to be on the site, but very active on Instagram, Twitter, all at NEPA Beer Reviews.
Both of you.
Yeah, both of us on the site.
Yes. And me, Massive Beers, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, Untapped, all those fun places. And there you go. Another review in the book. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a better version of Maudite right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.